Right, we're back with some mods, and it's a bit of a surprise to be fair, because pretty sure Giants tweeted out yesterday they was out of the office until the new year. But all right, it is what it is. We're back with these. So the first one is the Fent Lotus 1250T. This is by Bayan Agra, 18.92 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Tedders. Yeah, Fent Tedder, 95 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 12.5 metre working width, so that's all right. 11 mile an hour working speed, 42.5 grand. The only option is to put a number plate on the back. Being said though, I mean, if you've got a Fent farm, I mean, I'm a Fent fan, definitely. It's my favourite tractor brand. So this would fit in well with something that I would actually pick. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is 1700 kilo weight. This is by Pycel, 2.59 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be found underweight. So it's going to cost you 1900 to buy. You've got the options there of rope, no, or yes. Puts that on the top like that. They've got design, no, design 1, 2, or no. So you put a stick or a bit of wheat. All right, fair enough. Then you've got reflectors, no or yes. You've got text, no or yes. Obviously it's saying 1700 kilo. Then you've got pallet, so old pallet, new pallet, without pallet, or old pallet. So if you want to store it somewhere, leave it on the pallet, fair enough. You've got design colour. You go for any one of those. Does the design. All right, fair enough. And then you got design color again. We'll go for red. Does the rope part if you got that selected. And then design again. We'll go for blue. Changes the writing on the front. 1700 kilo weight. That'll do you nicely. Next up is the Lizard 1300 XL bag lifter. This is by Not Ready, 4.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous, 12,600 to buy. The only options are to change the colours. You've got main colour there, like that, fair enough, and then design colour is going to do all the extra bits. Now, what this is a bag lifter that's going to hook up to a 3-point, but it extends, which is ace. So I've got one on the back of my back booty here. So LB and left stick, left and right, obviously moves up and down like that. RB and right stick, left and right, moves it in and out. I mean, you can extend it all the way like that. Lift it all the way up. Yeah, that's something different. Ah, very nice. And next up is the Vinhuis Premium Integral 20,000. This is by Schnibble Modding, 11.45 megabyte on download. You're going to find it under slurry tanks. Now, obviously, this is going to do your slurry and your digestate. So, as the name would suggest, 20,000 litre capacity, 220 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 9 mile an hour working speed, 120 of your hard-earned cash to buy. 120 grand, that is. You've got the options there of usual shenanigans with the wheel bands and the tyres. Come down to designs, you've got standard, fill arm without hose, fill arm with hose, or standard. So if you want to facilitate a bit of immersive, fold it out, lower it down into the slurry pit, that sort of thing, fair enough. Then you've got main colour, you can pick whichever one you want, does the main tank, rim colour, grey or black. That is very bright. That's a big, bright tank of stuff. Fair enough, very nice. Right, next up is the Class Lexion 600-700 series from 2012 to 2015. This is by Sid Modding, 64.81 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find all three of these under harvesters, as you can well imagine. Now, they've pretty much got the same options once you get into it. The only difference is between the 670 and the 770 is going to be the capacity on the engine and the grain tank. Everything else is pretty much the same. So we go into the 620 to 670. So this is starting off with a 305 horsepower engine, then goes up to 313, 339, 366, 390, and back to 305. And obviously, as the engine size goes up, the grain tank goes up with it as well, up to a maximum of 12,000 litres on that. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres, although, have we got any tracks? I didn't really see any tracks, mind you, to be fair. Ah, there we are. Crawler tracks. Or you can't beat a nice crawler track. You've got protection for forage harvester. Horage. Is that the same as porridge? Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Anyway. Protection for the forage harvesters. No or yes. Puts that around the back. And you've got numbers all the way up to 9. 9 harvester. Who's going to have 9 harvesters? All right, fair enough. You then got CB radio. No or yes. You've got that in there in the cab. Got joystick, older, newer, or back to olders, just changes a bit of aesthetics inside. GPS, no or yes. Obviously that doesn't mean much to us on console. Then you got the Europa style, no. Style 1, 2, 3, 4, and then no, it just changes the indicators really. Fair enough. Then you got pipe, 6.8 meter, 7.3, 7.9, 8.8, and then back to 6.8. And that's your options on that one. So we'll come out of that. We'll go into the 620, 670, 2015 version. They've pretty much got the same options on all of them, although we have got a cover version on this one. Which, where's the cover? Ah, on the side there. It's just putting some vents on it. Right, fair enough. So all the other options are going to be the same. And then we'll come out of that and we'll go into the 740, 770. So obviously this has got a slightly different engine horsepower. So it starts off at 366 at 9,000 litre grain tank. Then we've got 415 at 11,000. And then we'll go up to 415 at 11,000 again. Well, that's the 75-year special. Got different paintwork on that. That's all right. And then back to 449 at 11,000. We then got the 503 at 11,000. And we've got 366 at 9,000. Oh, I like that anniversary one, actually. There's pictures on the side. I mean, the options are the same going down, but that's a 75-year version. Fair enough. Very nice. So last mod for the day is the Pulse TSL 8.7. This is by Creative Mesh, 31.22 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it on the telehandlers, and then you've got the bucket that comes with it on the telehandler tools. So we'll do the bucket first. So this has got a 2,640 litre capacity, 2,800 to buy. Fair enough. The only option is to change the main colours, so you go for whichever one you want. Fair enough. Go for that. Pink. Why not? Then we've got the actual vehicle itself, the TSL 8.7. So 101 horsepower, 24 mile an hour top speed, 117.5 grand to buy. Although we have got some optional extras on the tyres there, which we can't get rid of. So, I mean, the cheapest ones are the Trelleborg standards there, still adding 795 to the price tag. But all right, fair enough. You've got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Then we'll come down to design. So you've got standard, beacon, or standard, and then attachers. So you've got standard, or a 3-point on the back. Now, what's different about this, and this is ace, I must admit, is that front part actually spins round. It's ace. You do LB and right stick left and right, got the usual tilt on that one, yeah, fair enough. And then up and down, got the usual shenanigans on that. Then LB, then RB and up and down does the in and out. But if you do LB and RB and right stick left and right, it pivots. Ooh, that's interesting indeed. I must admit, never seen that on a telehandler before. We normally got all the other, in and out and tilting and all that sort of shenanigans. But this one pivots on the front. Oh, that's ace. I love it. All right, we've also got a new map now. I'm going to try and pronounce this. Ostkust 22. This is by Taker LS, 208.97 megabyte on the download. And it says, welcome to the Baltic Sea. Oh, excellent. We've got one update for the day. It's the larger capacity pallets by Top Ace 888, and in particular, it's fixed a bug where some productions did not spawn pallets, which were cheese, clothes, furniture, olives, olive oil, chocolate, fabric, and tomatoes. Excellent. So that's your mods done for you. Drop in the comments below which one's your favourite. We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.